No, it's all shits and giggles until someone's giggles and shits. You heard that one before? Yeah.
Do you want me to do this a specific way because of this handle or anything, no?
No, it's all good.
Alright, okay.
I give a fuck.
You fuck about your shit back, you cunt.
So, when we did pull downs the other day, is it similar as like the same motion?
Yeah, it is. Like, it's all about just keeping your elbows tight to the side.
Yeah.
Because like you're just trying to mimic what, you know, the lats function is to take your elbows from here to here. So the better contraction you can get, like that. Again, that depends on like, you know, length of the arms, insertion points, everything else, and what you're trying to do. Like a lot of people focus so much on lower lats, then sometimes they forget about back thickness as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you have no issue with back thickness, which you don't, it's more just trying to activate that lower lat, then you know, whatever handle you feel the best. Like obviously that's putting your hand in that position to pull it in, keep it closer to the body and pull that in. So that's why that handle works really well. It feels nice.
Yeah, because before when we had a straight bar, I'd come quite narrow. Honestly, I wasn't able to kind of drive my elbows in enough. So Adrian took me through a set last week on like the straight bar, just opened up my hands a little bit more, just allowed my elbows to come a little bit more further down to engage, because obviously lower lats are where I need to improve, and just by moving my hands out and just bringing it into a certain motion, it just activates them so much better. Yeah,
I think when people are doing back training, and like obviously when I was a good bit bigger, I had this really, really good back, but the problem with I think with back training is you can't see it. Whereas you see biceps, you see chest, it's very easy to kind of envision it contracting better. Even though my back is way better than my chest. So kind of what people need to do is when they're grabbing a bar, they think, oh, the wider I go, the bit wider it'll make my back. That's not necessarily true, because all you're doing is, obviously if you're not a very wide person, you go super wide, your bicipital tendon attaches into that anterior delt, and all you're doing is putting a massive amount of pressure through here. Whereas what I say to people when they're doing back, especially like lat pull downs or any of this, even if it's just a traditional straight bar or a little bit of curved bar there, is just close your eyes and grab it, because wherever you grab it is kind of where you're going to functionally use your lat, because naturally your lat will be, you're telling yourself to pull this down. So just close your eyes, grab that bar, take your thumbs off, because if you engage your thumbs too much, you're going to pull with your bicep. So always remember that. Try and use a hook grip and almost use these as hooks, and then get the back to pull it, not the bicep to pull it. Because a lot of people go, oh, my forearm on my bicep, I feel it there. That's because you're engaging your bicep by wrapping your thumbs around and squeezing super tight. So maybe that's just a nice cue to kind of get that going, you know?
Nice. Good, all day. Good. Good. Come on.
2 more.
Yeah. Good. Good. Come on. Good. Good set, well done.
Make sure you can fully control it. If that's like pulling you out of the seat and you're swinging around like a blue arse fucking fly, then you need to lower the weight. Like remember, if you're doing bodybuilding, you're not a power lifter. You're bodybuilding. So remember that you should control the weight at all periods of it. Obviously, if you know, get the last couple of reps out, if you've gotten a positive failure, that's a different ball game. But for the majority of that set, you should be well able to handle that weight and be in full control of it. If you're not, the weight's just probably too heavy. Leave your ego at the door, build some fucking muscle.
Sweet. Okay, so 2 heavier sets, and then we'll do like a back off.
We're doing two top sets and a back off set. Oh yeah, that, if it fits my strength curve. Oh, Sarah. Go on, just lift the weight and shut up. Come on. Good.
Oh, one more. Hey. Give it 10.
Come on, let's go now. Give me at least 3. One more. Come on!
One more!
Well, tricep push down there.
Yep.
Get them 2 reps. One more. Let's go!
Oh, that felt good. So we're doing back and shoulders today, as you guys have heavily requested it. Plan of action is to kind of go through my back session. I typically do about 4 exercises for back before moving over to shoulders. You'll see we start with a pull down, we'll go to a row, then another pull down, then a row, because I typically like to do pull down row, stretch, squeeze essentially. And then shoulders we'll do sort of more lateral emphasis, a little bit of rear delt. Front work I don't typically do too much of on back days because my fronts get hit a lot in chest. And then we'll go to probably a press variation. I don't typically, and people who have followed me for a while, do much pressing for shoulders, but I do like to do at least one press a week, but more of the emphasis on isolation work. And that'll be that really. Obviously working closely with Alicia, we kind of bounce each other off in regards to what movement she wants me to do and stuff like that. And we'll move on to a dual dumbbell row now to really hit kind of like that lower lat area, as that was an area of weakness that, you know, I got feedback on last year. So yeah, that's the next movement. Obviously pull down done, and then we'll go on to a couple heavy sets of the dual row, and then we'll go from there. So that's what we're doing today. Right, on to the roweth. Let's go.
That's it.
Right.
Do more of a swing with it.
Yeah. Nice here, let's go. Good. Yep. Nice, mate. Good set.
You have to roar at the weights, remember? Make them more anabolic.
Tight!
Hernia! Go!
Yeah.
It's not training right unless you get at least 2 hernias. It's not optimal! Be optimal! Go. That's it. That's it. Good. Good. Come on, 2 more. 1 more. That's it.
Oh. Oh, they felt really good. Apart from winding my chest. Oh. Good. Yeah. Good. Good set, mate. Fuck yeah. Just love dumbbells!
I haven't done them in 4 years.
I like a supported day and then an unsupported day where, like tomorrow, because I've got legs again, I don't really want to be doing like super bent over stuff. Like I've been doing pendulum rows and some more barbell rows, and I've started adding in some rack pulls. She's so sassy. Some rack pulls kind of every other so often, just to work my lower lats at the end of a session, so I don't have to overload it too much and kind of work the reps on those. Like I said, because today I've got legs tomorrow, where we'll most likely do some hinging. So you guys know I don't typically hinge, but after a little bit of discussion with coaches and Alicia, we're going to start adding some in, especially for more like glute work. So today will be predominantly like upper, like not upper, but supported stuff because of tomorrow. And then when my other back session comes around, I'll do my kind of like bent over rows and stuff like that. God.
Go on, 2 more.
Yes. Good. Yep. Let's go.
Come on. Come on. Go.
Single arm pull down.
Okay.
What machine do you prefer out of the two?
I prefer that just because you can drop set it easy.
Yeah, let's do that one then.
Yeah.
Might make a nice change because I've been running that one for a while, to be
Yeah.
fair. Yeah, so training's going really well. Yeah, it's going really well. I'm completely distracted today. Yeah, so going really well, very steady. I've been off cycle now for about 6 weeks. So very much getting to that point where, you know.
So light, she's on trend.
Doesn't count, the trend doesn't count. So yeah, just very steady. Strength is still going up, which is really nice. Food has kind of just increased in the last couple of weeks because my weight's typically kind of just trending downwards more than I would like it to. So just trying to kind of move food around, just control expenditure a bit more, tweak training where we need to, but if we don't need to tweak. Fucking hell, I'm having a stroke. But it's just typical off season, not many changes are happening. If we need to make those changes, then we will. It's just about turning up every day, training, eating and doing the do. So most sets, yeah, so I have like a rough ballpark number of what I want to hit. So with these, they'll be slightly more on the higher end of the rep ranges. So like with the dumbbell rows, anywhere 6 to 8, but if you've got more, then do more. Like I say this to my clients all the time, I have a rep range I give them, but if you're able to do more, then do more. Don't always be like, oh, I'm gonna stop at 12. Be like, oh, actually I've got a few more in the tank. Even if there's a little bit of momentum in that, then it's all okay. Just make sure you're pushing yourself in those sets, because that's really important. There's a lot of people do fixate on a number. And even though sometimes people are like, right, I need to get 12. Like I said, if you've got more than 12, get more than 12. Something Dana Lynn Bailey always used to say was, say someone gave me the number 20 to hit, but I had to stop halfway through. And even getting to 20, if I had to stop 3 times, then get to 20, it doesn't matter. So equally with a lower number, if you think you've got more, get more. If you've got a high number, get to that number in any way possible. So like I know I want to hit between 10 and 12 here. If I can get between 10 and 12, then great. If I can get more, then I'll just get more. So yeah, it's just about having a little bit more kind of breeze in your training, knowing what you want to hit, but then pushing yourself if you've got more, essentially. This is kind of the point in off season where it's just not really many changes, just ticking along, eating food, training hard, resting lots, keeping on top of mobility and stuff, because things are getting a little bit sore and a little bit niggly now. I have been off cycle for about 6 weeks now, just running 1 meg of fem tests a week and 1 IU of growth daily, and that's it. So typically, obviously off cycle recovery is a little bit more hindered than it would be if I was on cycle, because that's ultimately what steroids do, is they enhance muscle protein synthesis and obviously help with recovery in turn. So I do typically find I'm a little bit more niggly in my off cycle periods. So yeah, so just got to be more aware of that. But yeah, every check-in nowadays is very much just keep doing what you're doing. Weight is kind of sort of tapering downwards, which isn't what we want. So it's about kind of if we need to pull back a little bit on training, because obviously I like more volume-based stuff. Obviously the more volume, the more output, the more calorie burn. So if we need to just reduce that down, then we will. I don't really want to push food much higher because that's when my composition starts to slip. Obviously naturally you're in a surplus, so you're going to be a little bit softer than what you would be if yours in prep, obviously. So yeah, it's all about just being very careful with our decisions. Now, obviously we've got plenty of time, so there's no need to rush. I am due to do a mini cut in the next couple of months, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's just about kind of ticking along and just doing the do, really, as you know.
Start move.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Good stuff.
Come on, let's go. Come on, pull that chest forward as you do. Come push it forward. Ah, it's better. Come on. Keep the elbows tight. Let's go. Come on. Keep it tight. Come on. Come on, push it out. Come on, let's go. 2 more. 1 more. That's good. Nice.
Whew.
Good set.
Nice. Oh. Heavier on this one, just a little bit of swing, like as you saw those. The first 6, 7 reps are really nice and tight, really squeezing, and then the last set will just be a bit of a throw set. A bit of a... I understand now.
Okay. Good girl. Good girl. Yes, I know. Nice. Come on, baby, let's go. Come on. That's it. Definite hernia there.
Definite hernia, yep.
100%.
Woo! Right.
You are?
We'll do like a run the rack.
Shh. Don't want to hear your fucking thoughts. Right, go on. Sorry.
Yeah.
That was mean. I liked it though.
That's fine, that's fine. I don't care.
All right. Well, we're doing some unsupported lateral raises.
Yeah, so we'll just do like a run the rack essentially.
Oh yeah.
So
10, 10, 10. All the way up, all the way down.
All the way up, yeah. Pretty much. Oh, this is gonna be spicy.
That's it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, let's go. Let's go. That's it. Good. Come on. Come on. That's it. Come on! Come on now! Dig deep. Come on. Come on. Go. 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 That's it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go. Come on. Push it. Push it. Push it. Push it. Come on. 1 more. That's it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, let's go. Good.
Yeah. Come on. Let's go, come on. Yep. Good. Fuck. Come on. Come on. Good. Come on. Well done, Adrian. Good stuff, mate. Well done.
Oh, that was horrible.
That's fucking horrendous, isn't it? Right, I'm thinking instead of a press, we just finish off on this rear delt fly here. Because I did that the other day and it actually is fucking so nice.
Yeah, so good, isn't it? So try and touch your fist every time. That's it. There you go. Beautiful. That's it.
Oh, that's nice. This is a bit of a rear delt variation. So obviously you have like your standard rear delt machines where you're kind of like in the machine and it's a bit like this. This just allows for, it's a slight, I guess people would be like it's the same movement, but I just feel like it's a little bit closer to the joint. So Sometimes I get a little bit of tricep involvement, a little bit of rhomboids, a little bit of kind of mid-back. Whereas this, I'm thinking about pushing forward, and then the pads here, so I can kind of drive through my elbows. Sometimes a nice bit of a variation is like thinking of it like a rope pull, so you can just drive back with your elbows, or you can do one where you're straight arm and you can have the pad here and you can just drive through like this. It's just a bit of a variation, a bit of a nice variation. A good little superset like I like to do with this is heavy partials, like chest supported rear delt partials into this one. It's quite a nice superset because you can kind of like overload on the chest support and then come into here and just like pump things up. He's so classic, isn't he?
Yeah.
Good. Good. Come on. Yep. Come on.
Oh, fuck, that sucks. Fucking hell.
Millie, shut the fuck up. We go to the view factory.
Really stretch it forward. Get that stretch forward. Keep the back and arms forward. Yeah, it's like you're almost diving. That's it. Push through the elbows. That's it. That's better. Come on now. And again. All right, 10 partials. Let's go. 3, 4, 5, 6. Drop it. Go. Come on now. Step back on the pad. Don't fuck around. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Touch those face. Come on. That's it. And again. And again. And again. And again. Come on. Partials. 12. 3, 4, 5. Come on. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. 1 more. That's it. Beautiful set.
Ball ready. So that was back and shoulders. A little bit of pulling, a little bit of rowing, and then obviously at the end we finished with a big old kind of run the rack up and down twice, and then we finished with some rear delts. Obviously at the beginning of the session you would have seen I probably would have done a press, but based on how I was feeling and how my shoulders are feeling, I wanted to do more isolation stuff, and then what I do in my next shoulder session, I'll do a press then. Never be afraid of moving things around ever so slightly. Obviously I've been training for a long time, so I know my body very well. I'm happy to adapt my body to the session. If I'm not feeling something, then I'll still get the hard work done. It will just be on a different movement. So yeah, as you saw, we started with a pull down. I'm really focusing on staying upright. Something I've changed with my pull downs is I don't swing into it much really anymore. I do have obviously naturally a little bit of pull back, but it's more upright. Obviously after learning from Adrian, learning from Alicia, learning from Andrea, staying upright just allows me to kind of drive those lats back in a little bit more. And instead of getting more like kind of mid-back, it's really more lateral, like lat focused. We then went on to the dumbbell row chest supported. One of my like personal favorites, I love that motion. Allows for a little bit of swing and a little bit of drive back into those lower lats. Then into that single arm pull down, and then into obviously the close grip row. And then we moved on to that lateral build up. So starting from lightweight, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, then all the way back down. So ending in like 240 reps really quickly in quick succession, getting it done, pumping the shoulders. And obviously if you followed me a while, you would know I love volume, I love high frequency with shoulders because that's how I've grown mine, and that's the way I like to train them. And like I said a moment ago, I will put my pressing in my second shoulder session because I do like to have at least one press in. It's not my go-to shoulder motion, but I've added in some seated old school barbell presses. I did them the other day and they worked really nice, and I had DOMs in my shoulders, which was, I don't typically get too sore, and some people might be like, oh, you're not training hard enough, but DOMs shouldn't be a dictator of how hard you're working realistically. Like, I didn't really get too sore muscular-wise, so obviously I have a few niggles here and there, but it's not like I'm super sore all the time. So yeah, and like I said, shouldn't be a dictator of how hard you're working. Someone could go forever and not be sore and still make really good progress. So it's just based on the individual. And then we obviously finished with the rear delts, which is a really nice kind of variation. Like I said, you have standard kind of handle in front of you and then going back like that. That one's a little bit more kind of freehand where you're driving more with your elbows than kind of through your hands. So really good session today. Obviously it's always fun with Adrian, and like I've said in many reels before, just because we're laughing in the session doesn't mean we don't get the hard work done. And I love being here, I love bodybuilding, and it's where I have the most fun. So fucking, as people say, it's not about going to war. You're fine, it's not going to war, you're going to train. So just have fun with your training, enjoy it, guys. Obviously, when we need to switch on, we switch on, and we still get the hard work done, but we do this because we love it. And I didn't train to become a bodybuilder. I'm a bodybuilder because I love to train. So obviously, if there's any questions that you have about any of the movements we've done today in this session, hit me up. I know a lot of people are looking forward to seeing a chest and arms session. So when I'm next with Lisa and Laz is filming, I'll get a chest and arms session done as well. And also go and support Alpha, one of my sponsors, one of my long-term sponsors. So you know, I love Adrian, I love Alpha. So please go and support them because you won't regret it. Some of the best products on the market. I've been with them for a while now, and I used them before everything's sponsored, so I'm not just bullshitting you guys. The products are very good. And obviously, as you would have seen, Wallamar, the coffee collection is now live. So please, again, go and support me on there using the code SARA10. I'll be releasing some pictures of those as well. And yeah, thank you for the support, guys. It's always appreciated. Let me know what you want to see more of. And then yeah, have a great day, guys. Again, thanks for the support, and I'll catch you in the next one.